Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in today. I am doing a very quick video where I'm looking at my kids' book, The Boy Who Lived Inside a Volcano. As you can see, my book is currently out now, and I have to make some time to market this while I continue to work on my new artwork for my new project, The Tale of the Sad Mermaid. As you can see, I have some of the artwork here with me today, and I'm working really hard on that. It's a process, and I thought, why not just take a minute to talk about my current book, which has just come out. I haven't done any real press work with it. I haven't gone to the libraries. I haven't gone and read it at to kids at any type of public school or any schools. I've really done fuck all when it comes to promoting it. So I thought, why not just leave a quick video here, and I'm going to open up the floor if you'd like to ask me a question about my book. And I was also thinking about doing a short read along as well. So if you don't know and you're new to my work, hello, my name is Goliath, my published pseudonym name. And I am an artist, author, creator, mystic, astrologer, occultist, blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on and on. A brother, a son, a philosophical person, and all the rest of it. But most of all, the new title that I have is a kids' book author, illustrator, and the first time throwing my hat in the ring at writing something of substance and heart. And that's very much what this book is. It is very dear to my heart. I started working on this book back in 2020, just at the end of 2019, before we went into 2.5 years of COVID lockdowns here in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, where I am based. And this project kind of came from a really dark place within me. It has a lot of metaphors and allegories, a lot of life lessons inside of it. And of course, I have made this book for kids. But of course, if you know me, you'll know me a little bit better than that. Of course, it is also very much for an adult. So there is a lot of things that you can unpack here, or you may not want to unpack them. You might just want something that's entertaining and colorful. So I'm going to show you a couple of pages from the book, and then I'm going to open up the comments below. So if you'd like to ask me a question about the book, you can do so. So that will be saved for my kind of reflective chat, which I'm going to be doing live next week, talking about it. So if you've got any questions, ask them, leave them below, and let's get on with this. So the concept of the story here, the first page that we get when we open up the book, is really kind of a warning and a heeding of a proverb, which I've always been quite fascinated with, which is, the child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. And as you can see, my artwork is very much based on the natural world. If you're familiar with my work, I did a lot of, I do a lot of animals, a lot of occult references. And this was kind of like a reference point for birds of paradise. Originally, the idea here was to have the birds of paradise screaming in the fire and the embers that are happening. The birds are flying away. There's chaos in the air. And we have in the background a volcano with a figure on top of the volcano, kind of giving you a forecast of what may be to follow. The next page we have here is just the opening page, which is like the prelude coming into, a little bit about the publishing and copyright, blah, blah, blah. And this page actually is really, it's also a print which is available on my website. I do apologize for the glare here. The paper is glossy. It's quite bright here in the kitchen today where I'm filming this. We have the monkey on the mango tree, and this is a very important scene in my book. It also is a print that is available on my website. And also I have someone who is taking this and is using this as a wallpaper for their library. So I can't wait to see how that turns out as well. So it's the concept of the artwork was very inspired from Batman, the animated series. If you are familiar with that show, It was a really kind of a revolutionary show in terms of storytelling, character development, depth, animation, and the style was very saturated with lots of black backgrounds and bright, bold colors. And that was kind of a little bit of a tribute to the vibe that I wanted to project in my book. The second page here is we have a little bit of a character showing. We have this kind of rock monster baby, kind of volcano monster. His eyes are glowing and he's holding on to some kind of stone that we see there, and we don't really know what that is. It's kind of teasing you yet again to come into the story. This was really cool. I actually really enjoyed illustrating this part. It was based on the inside of an agate, which is the crystal, like, you know, the gemstone, the crystal, and it's kind of all the different layers of it kind of coming through the purples and oranges and pinks. And of course, my dedication is for the angry ones, the sad ones. Keep searching for your tribe. So yeah, but we'll get on to that. This was a really fun one to do, actually. I'll share a little bit about this before I get out of here. It was called Crow Mountain, and the idea or the premises was, you know, the loneliness birds. Was a reference also to a movie or a book by Bryce Courtney called The Power of One, which was the loneliness birds are a metaphor for when they circle you and you have depression or sadness. And of course, I kind of like translating this with the volcano monster sitting up there holding onto the stone, and of course the dark grey sky in the background. It's a really kind of a good opening page. And of course we start our book nice and bright and bold, lots of colours and energy. And that's what this book really I wanted to use, was a lot of like bright colours, lots of animals, snakes, plants, roots, jungle vibes, of course. And we see the introduction to our character here, and his name is Ung. Hello, Ung. And this is his little friend, the gentle chameleon Bok Bok, which is a mirror, and she mirrors his emotions. I will explain that later in my Q&A for next week. And we also, of course, have a little bit of a volcano going on in the background. This sets up the premises of the world building of the story, is that we have this village that he lives, and once there was a tiny raven-haired boy called Ung. He was smaller than all the other kids his age, and he lived in a tiny little village at the bottom of a great deep jungle. So there we go, setting up the page, setting up the story. Here we go, jumping straight in, some nice lotus flowers. I wanted lots of colors, lots of energy and magic. So I will continue doing the read along in my Q&A, but I thought I would open up the floor with a short video here explaining a little bit of it and maybe getting you interested if you would like to pick up a copy. I also will be doing a giveaway as well, so if you'd like to stick around for that, you can find out how to acquire a free copy that I'm happy to send to you. If you are a book reviewer and you do book reviews and you have a channel that is dedicated to book reviews and you are interested in this type of level of work, then I recommend that you get in contact with me, because I would be more than happy to send you a copy. So yeah, let's leave it here for today. The boy who lived inside a volcano. I will see you next week, and I look forward to getting comments or emails. You can send them through to info@thealgoliathtarotdeck.com, or you can also just DM me on Instagram. That's usually, you know, the best way to get a hold of me. So send the questions through, and I will see you next week when I unpack and do a bit of a deeper dive into what this book is really communicating. So I will see you then. Lots of love to you, and I hope that you're having a great week. Okay, bye, bye, bye.